Welcome in. It is time for Clear Picture Financial. Your host is Jason Noble. You can find Jason at Prime Capital Investment Advisors. He is a fiduciary, holds his FINRA Series 66 securities registration, certified financial planner, and retirement income certified professional with over 18 years in the financial arena, helping his clients get ready for their retirement. I'm Morgan Patrick, consumer advocate. Each and every week, it's always about retirement. So in a new study on saving and spending concerns by upgraded points, 1,000 Americans from varying demographic and socioeconomic groups, they were asked these questions ranging from credit card usage, saving, budgeting, just their habits, debt, and more. And we found out some interesting numbers, Jason, and you're going to break it down for us.
Yeah, let's break it down. 17% of the respondents say they're not saving enough or make just enough to get by. 23% of Americans say they try to stick to a budget but don't succeed. 21% said they don't have a budget at all. And 32% of Americans have less than $500 in their savings account, Morgan. Now, nearly half of all Americans said that they're falling deeper into debt, citing the cost of inflation impacting gas, grocery, rent, and other expenses as the cause. Now, financial concerns appear to be growing the most among younger adults, as 80% of those that are 25 to 34 years old report money is a huge stressor in their life right now. In fact, according to the National Association of Realtors, they stated in November of 2022, it's the first time home buyers are down 26%. That's the lowest in 40 years, Morgan, 40-year low. Now, continuing on with the report, 24% of the respondents had to get a second job in order to pay off their debt, and 19% say they are considering doing the same. Although these are very sad numbers and very impactful to those in those situations, I gotta say with you, Morgan, it's not surprising. Because earlier this week, CNBC reported U.S. credit card debt has hit a record high of $930 billion. That's with a B.
Wow, that's a huge number.
Massive number, Morgan. And the younger Americans have a highest delinquency rate that they've seen before. And an alarming 73% say they're indeed worried and stressed about their current financial situation. I'm going to give a quick tip here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is to all the listeners, right? Put items into two buckets. The first bucket is things that matter.
Yeah.
The second bucket are the things that you can control. When you see the overlap on these two lists, that is where you should put your focus and attention towards. Now, an important item that I'm going to suggest that will be overlapping on both of these two lists, and it's the backbone of all wealth plans, is cash flow. That cash flow, Morgan, is money in, money out, and what do you do with the difference? We address these major issues that I just outlined with our service called Portfolio Payday. You know, if you're listening right now and you want to learn more about how we help our clients automate their cash flow, go to www.clearpicturefinancial.com, go to Tools, and select Portfolio Payday. We have videos with examples showing you exactly how this program works. And I can't tell you how we've helped our clients navigate money in, money out, what to do to put control into the process and still be able to make sure you're putting focus on the future. Because if you look at these surveys, they're talking about stressors now, right? So how can they control those things, Morgan? This is how we're working with our clients with Portfolio Payday.
Clear Picture Financial. It is always about retirement, folks, and you're going to have questions about your own situation, and we get it. We're here to help. There's going to be opportunity to get on the calendar with Jason and his team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors. This is no cost, no obligation, no pressure. We're going to throw out the number right now. And, folks, 800-948-1216. That's 800-948-1216. That's the number to call. Or you can text NOBLE to 600-700 and claim one of the 10 spots. We only have 10 each and every week. We carve these out for our radio listeners. So again, 800-948-1216, or you can text NOBLE to 600-700. So continuing on, we've got more numbers for you. We have another study, and this is Lending Club. What did they find, Jason?
Well, yeah, Lending Club, they found 47% of Americans earning more than $100,000 annually say they've been living paycheck to paycheck.
Wow.
Yes, and that's up 4% from the prior month. More than 6 in 10, it came down to 63% for those that are very analytical. 63% of respondents say that they're living paycheck to paycheck. Only 42% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck without issues in paying their monthly bills. Now, how does someone neutralize the threat of inflation and protect their savings? It's these three things. One is cash flow. I talked about that earlier. Money in, money out, and what do you do with the difference? Does that go to paying down debt? Does that go to long-term investing? What does that look like? Number two, reassess your risk tolerance. Risk tolerance is how you feel about risk. It's how you emotionally react to different situations that arise in the marketplace. The second thing on that is not just risk tolerance, it's risk capacity. What is the risk capacity that your financial plan can allow you to take? That's my job, is to focus on both. And the third thing is diversify. Diversify your asset holdings. Diversify your savings strategy. What I mean by diversify, it's not just like diversify how much you have in stocks, bonds, and cash, and alternative investments. It's also, where do you save that money? Is it at pre-tax? Is that in a Roth? Is that in an after-tax, like a brokerage account? All those different things come into play to really neutralize the threat of inflation and protect your overall savings.
Tell you folks, we talk retirement each and every week here on Clear Picture Financial, and Jason Noble does such a good job of kind of bringing all of these topics to the fore. We end up discussing it. You're going to have questions about your own situation. There are so many moving parts when it comes to retirement planning, and your plan needs to be unique. It needs to be custom to you because, we often use that scenario, that analogy of the puzzle. And when you think about your retirement and all your required assets, you look at that portfolio, and these are all these different puzzle pieces, and you're going to put them out in front of you. You'll meet with Jason and his team, and you'll come up with a retirement plan. And here's the thing, your plan is going to be different from, let's say, Brother Bill, who comes in 2 days later, and he's got all of his puzzle pieces. It's not like Jason says, hey, you know what, we're going to put you in this. We've got this form. It's Form A. No, that's not how it works. I mean, you take a look at all the pieces and how they're going to fit together to form that retirement plan. I mean, this is what you preach, on a daily basis when we're doing the radio show, when we're on television. It is about the uniqueness of retirement planning. So many people feel like they can just flip a switch and that's your retirement. There's a lot that goes into it, Jason.
Yeah, there absolutely is. And Morgan, when we're having our conversation even right now, right, we're speaking to 20, 30,000, 40,000 people. But when I'm having a meeting one-on-one and we're starting the clear picture analysis,
right,
it's me and Justin Green, our financial paraplanner, Scott Johnson, another advisor. We do a team approach to all the clients because I feel two heads are better than one. Imagine that, right?
Right.
And a strand of three cannot be broken, right? So then we meet with the couple or the client or the prospective client. And what we're doing is we're taking notes. We're asking a lot of questions and taking notes. We can't help anyone navigate their financial future if we don't know about their story, the story of their money,
right,
and start putting those puzzle pieces together. And one of the things that I love is I can have 5 meetings in one day, and not one meeting will be the exact same scenario or situation. So my advice and guidance, you may think I'm contradicting myself, but when I'm talking to a 25-year-old, it's a totally different conversation than I'm talking to a 65-year-old. They're in a totally different situation in their life, and they have different goals, aspirations, and concerns. So that's why the clear picture analysis really comes into play, is customizing specifically that wealth plan to our clients' specific goals, their concerns, and taking a look at what we could do so they could be on the right track, right, and make course corrections. I say in my household, if you want to make God laugh, right, tell him your plans, right? And we all know what that means. If you're listening right now, right, think about how things happen in threes in your life. That's unexpected.
Right.
Right? So we always notice the bad things that come up. But I always take a moment to notice the great things that come up. And they also happen in threes.
Let me ask you this, Jason. What do you say to the people out there that are intimidated? This is this is their life. This is their finances. This is what they've acquired. They're intimidated to come in and talk. What do you say to them?
I feel like the intimidation is based in fear, and fear of maybe being stuck with a harsh reality. And when I work with my clients, if they're not on the right track, my obligation is to put them on the right track and help them. And that's through behavioral finance, and that's just going through being a human being and just not being a financial advisor. I think that is a misnomer. A financial advisor works with money. Mm-hmm. I work with people, Morgan. I just happen to be really good at managing investments and building out strategies and building out retirement plans and tax plans, right? But I can't do any of that if I don't take time to know the person that's in front of me that's asking for help. All I ask is when they come in and they're asking for me to see how I can help, is to keep an open mind.
Sure.
And those that have an open mind and that open mindset, that we are able to reshape and refocus, putting them on the right track, they come out, and the things that I hear mostly, Morgan, is what you did today, Jason, is you gave me confidence. You gave me a peace of mind. So when you hear those words, oh my gosh, I got to tell you as a financial advisor how much that means to me.
Well, I tell you, it's important to you and obviously your firm to help. We've got spots on the calendar. We're going to open up 10 of them. Real quickly, what's going to happen for these 10 callers?
That's when we custom design a clear picture analysis that will review your overall wealth plan. This is where we refresh your financial plan, especially with all the changes that we're seeing in today's economy and market. We use a risk-first approach to help protect the money and optimize the overall portfolio. We will also provide a review of your taxes. See if there's any way we could put more money in your pocket instead of Uncle Sam's. I think my clients could spend their money a little bit better, right? And we always evaluate the estate plan. Listeners, we want to put a peace of mind to your wealth plan for the rest of your life, providing a clear picture of your financial future. This is complimentary, Morgan. No obligation for the next 10 callers, but how can they reach out to schedule these conversations?
I've got a phone number. Here it is, 800-948-1216. That's 800-948-1216. Or you can text NOBLE to 600-700. That's NOBLE to 600-700.